Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hobo with Wood. I am Steve Fortner. I'm Hobo with Wood, and what I produce is Hobo Wood. So what I'm working with today is my first attempts at working and producing some quality inlays. Working with just some scrap materials here just to get the technique figured out and to see what I need to do. Do I need to worry about kerf, and do I need to adjust the kerf for different inlays? This was my first attempt. I didn't change the kerf at all. I just did a cutout of the design in one material, and then went back and did it in a second material, and then put it together like a jigsaw puzzle, glued it up, sanded it down, finished it. Turned out pretty good. I made this piece here, which was just a random sign for Hobo Wood, and then I made a nameplate just to see if I could do it and what would be involved in producing a quality piece. And what I learned is that to do inlays is expensive, because you're essentially producing or manufacturing this product twice. Here you got your main piece that you're cutting out, and all of the cutouts in here essentially are waste, except for you have to pay attention to the inner pieces, like the inner part of the O and hobo, and the inner part of the O and wood, because those pieces you need to be able to make sure they don't get damaged by the laser after they cut and fall through, and collect them again, because they're going to go back into that piece once you put your inlays in. So you've got this piece, and then my second piece, I wanted to have the grains going against each other. The grain going in one direction here, and grain going direction in the opposite direction on the inlay. And I was able to pull that off with the hobo silhouette, but I didn't have enough scrap material to do it with hobo and wood. But it was just trial, and it worked. Turned out pretty good. So here, cutting out the silhouette for the hobo, and you see me there using my tape that I had taped down the original piece to collect all the small pieces and set them off to the side, so I had them together and they didn't get blown away, knocked away. Easy way to keep them together using the tape I already had out. But like I said, it's this is an expensive thing to do. So inlays, if you ever decide you're going to tackle them, especially if you're going to figure out projects, the cost of materials is pretty much doubled, because you get to do that thing twice. Unfortunately, my camera cut off on me when I started assembling both of the pieces, and I wasn't aware of it, but it's just essentially working a jigsaw puzzle. And if you haven't solved a jigsaw puzzle in your lifetime, you're probably not going to be trying to attempt this. So there's really no need to see me putting the actual pieces together. But I took and put masking tape across the face of it. I assembled it from the rear, and then pressed it together real good with the tape to hold everything into place. And now here you get to see me. I'm removing the tape and beginning my initial sanding and checking the fit and finish, but without having compensated with the kerf settings on the laser. There were a few smaller gaps in it that I wasn't real fond of, and in my next attempt, I would try doing a little work with the kerf on it to compensate for the width of the laser, and see if I can't get a little tighter fit. But overall, she turned out really good. But once I sanded her down, I put her back on the laser and put a little cut on it, and put a little lacquer on it, polished her up. Turned out really nice, I thought. I was happy with it. But these are a few of the projects. A hingeless box, or integrated hinge with the box, which was pretty neat. There's nothing there but the wood itself, and that's pretty creative design. There's the nameplate that I put together, and then the lady's clutch that I've been designing for the last 6 weeks in the background, and my first box that I put together just to test the abilities of the laser and myself. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you again soon.